There's a Vocaloid connected to Hello Kitty, and almost nobody talks about her. I'm here to change that. Greetings, Shadow Sprites! I'm Seraphina Shadowgrave, and today I get to talk about my favorite Vocaloid, Nekomura Iroha. She combines my two loves, vocal synths and Hello Kitty. I've been a huge Sanrio fan for as long as I can remember, so when I first discovered Iroha, she instantly became my favorite. She also has one of the most unique sounding voices, courtesy of voice provider Kyonosuke Yoshitate. Who is Nekomura Iroha? She's a Vocaloid, a vocal synthesis program by AH Software for Yamaha's Vocaloid 2, in collaboration with Sanrio. She later received a Vocaloid 4 voicebank, and, more recently, a Synth V voicebank. She was initially released on October 22nd, 2010, but her birthday is May 14th. She's canonically a super kitty-ler. Essentially, this is a Hello Kitty ultra fan, kind of like a Swiftie or a Belieber. Her surname, Nekomura, means cat village. Nekomura Iroha's voice provider, Kyonosuke Yoshitate, is a transgender man. In his coming out video in 2020, he stated that he appreciated Iroha as a way for him and his fans to have a version of his more feminine, pre-testosterone voice in perpetuity, as he was also beginning hormone replacement therapy. He speaks fondly of Iroha having his old voice, seeing her as a sort of daughter. Kyonosuke Yoshitate was trained in Showa-style singing, characterized by its emotional, dramatic delivery, often utilizing a deep, rich vocal tone and vibrato. This gives Iroha a more powerful and deeper voice than many other female Vocaloids. When Iroha had her Synth V announced last year, fans, including myself, were in shock. We never thought we'd get another voice bank after Kyonosuke went on testosterone. But this new voice bank sounds just as amazing, and it's quite impressive that he was able to train his voice to reach the same notes as before. Nekomura Iroha is extremely underrated, which shocks me. You would think a Hello Kitty Vocaloid would become so popular, but that just wasn't the case. Her V2 release directly followed that of Miku, the Kagamines, and Luca, so the fan base had already chosen their favorites. Most producers had already bought Miku, and were seeing great success, so there was no reason to purchase another voice bank. Less music was made, which led to less exposure, and a smaller fan base. And Sanrio didn't really market her that much either. There's very little merch and very little official content. Her unique voice also made it more difficult to use from a technical standpoint, and this contributed to the biggest reason of all. She had no viral hits. There was no big moment for Iroha, no signature song that brought her into the spotlight. She has plenty of great songs, sure, but there's no iconic song or a major producer. Even I can't name any Nekomura Iroha producers. I'd have to look them up. She never really reached the fandom or became a staple in the community. That eventually led her to be almost forgotten, until last year, when she got a new Synth V voice bank. When I heard the news, I was totally shocked. The release was to celebrate her 15th anniversary. It's her birth of sorts, will bring in a new audience. If you want to start listening to Nekomura Iroha, here are some classic songs I recommend. Shooting Star, I Hate Sailor Uniforms, Rara, Pink Diva, Neko Neko Super Fever Night, The vastness of hereafter is within this fluorescence, featuring VY2. Do you like Nekomimi? And Telephone Writer. She may be underrated, but that just means there's so much more to discover. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe for more Vocaloid content. I also cover anime and video games on occasion, so stick around if that's your thing. And let me know in the comments, who's your favorite Vocaloid? Bonus points if you're an Iroha fan. So long, Shadow Sprites, till we meet again.